Scorpio, Happy New Year. I'm doing a Celtic cross, but before I do, I will draw a creativity oracle card. Not much of an intro, right? And that's okay. You are literally the last reading of 2022 for me. Because we're December 31st and the next reading will be next year when I start the yearly reading series. So this is solemn. 2022 was a mixed bag. I hope you had an amazing 2022, and I hope you have an even more amazing 2023. Now let's see what the cards want to tell you. The card that flipped is Overwhelm. The hard work we love can leave us feeling burdened, drained, and burnt out, among other problems. Okay. Maybe it speaks a little bit to things you have experienced during 2022. Okay, there's many cards. There's a little pile that fell. I'm going to put it back. Okay, ready. Overall energy, the 10 of Cups. Crossing you, the 6 of Pentacles. Crowning you, the Page of Swords in reverse. The foundation is the Lovers. The recent past, the 3 of Cups in reverse. The near future, the Queen of Cups. Your power is the Empress in reverse. Your environment is the Star. Your hopes and fears is the King of Swords. And the outcome is the 9 of Pentacles. That is really amazing. Such beautiful cards. In terms of love, like a love relationship, it is looking really, really good. So I want to show you who's around you. This woman, and I know you know who this is. That's someone really, really special. She's a keeper. He's a keeper, not gender specific. One thing I've noticed as well is the Page in reverse to the King upright of Swords, right? Both of them. It feels like it's you. It feels like an upgrade. It feels like maturing. It feels like coming into your own. It's really beautiful. It's very, there's so much, this is high intelligence, right? This is a sophisticated mind. This person's going to go very far in life. And I think it's you. It's what you hope for. It's how you see yourself. You're already, you know, just as much as you know who this person is for you, you also know what you are. So look at this amazing combo. With the Lovers at the bottom, right? It's so promising. This is I don't even want to say it's a dream come true, because it's a little bit natural. This is well deserved. This is it was a long time coming, but it's here. You know, it's a long time coming because you weren't reuniting, you weren't coming together in the recent past. And I think not so recent, you know what I mean? Not just a few months. It's been a long time coming. There is a touch of still being and always adopting a very independent streak way of living that will always remain, even if you're coupled, happily married, children. There's something here about fierce independence, fierce a love of freedom that is probably right up there in terms of your priority list of, you know, the most important things, the things that you value the most. And this is a little bit where we see the correlation of being overwhelmed on the Empress in reverse in terms of your power. It's almost like having so much charm, so much charisma, just so much natural magnetism, right? And it's sort of a little bit not well channeled, or has its spurs, and then I don't know, it's a little bit of it's like sometimes it's too much, sometimes it's not enough. Maybe you feel overwhelmed in terms also of you know, how much you're eventually going to care and be this love. And it's, you know, your own power to love and your own power of love being represented here. And it is over the top. You know, it's pretty big. It overwhelms you. It can overwhelm others. But not this person. She's of the right element. Doesn't have to be a water sign in terms of zodiac, right? Astrology. It's just a matter of someone in touch with their emotions greatly. Someone very spiritual, sensitive in every sense of the word. So psychic, kind-hearted, soft. You kind of have these qualities, but they're not always apparent. They're not always well channeled. You're a little bit more in this energy here. Very logical, a little bit of having your head above the clouds, a little bit. And fiercely independent. Yet very much capable of reciprocity. A good lover. Someone with a keen sense of observation. It's really beautiful. You have something truly amazing coming in 2023. This is a very strong love reading, and it's not just love. It talks about you as well in terms of I just heard the shape of you, but it's not just a song. Is like what you're made of, you know. And so what you're made of is like what has shaped you and what your shape is now, you know. And that's why this is coming into your own, and that's why this is how you know who and what you are. The swords also point, they're very directional, so the intentions are very strong, no matter what they are. And there's a beautiful, you have a beautiful way of cutting through the bullshit and being very decisive and very clear on your directions. And I say directions, I do it on purpose because it's whether they're small things, bigger things, no matter what you're doing, you're always directional and intentional and focused about it. It's a characteristic that you possess. And that sword is the equivalent of your dart. So I want to show you something. On the overwhelm card, you have 11, and the Empress is 2. I mean, sorry, it's 3. What am I saying? You know why I said that? Because I'm not wearing my glasses. And even if I know the Empress is 3, I'm seeing 2. I love that. You might think I'm nuts, but you're probably going to be like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Honestly, that's what happens when I don't have my glasses to read. That is crazy. For me, it doesn't matter if you judge me on this, but I do love those little moments because those are it helps me, and I don't want to make this about me. I just want to explain that I don't feel uncomfortable when it happens because it's like having a slip of the tongue, or it's like, you know, something that basically belongs in the imagination and doesn't need to be so circumscribed and all the time, you know. So it allows for elasticity, and I like that. Anyways. Which brings me back to the fact that I mentioned that you're psychic. And so is the person that you're dealing with. But there is some of that, because if I'm seeing a 2 on the Empress, it's like bringing in a little bit of the High Priestess energy. And this Empress card belongs to you. This is the power position. And in this case, it ties in so much so with the overwhelming, how you are feeling, sometimes overwhelmed by your own capacity, like how much love you actually have to give, to share. It overflows. Yet, I just want to finish, like, you're composed, but you will eventually move into action very soon towards this person. Who's been waiting for you. I know I said you're fiercely independent, but I almost tempted to say, don't be too independent. Like, don't be too independent. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for indulging me. I appreciate that. Hopefully you have found something that resonated in this message. I hope so. And truly. And so, good night. Please like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you next year. Good night.